The Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
So can I have coffee? Try. You know what? I'll actually try to fast. It's not actually that hard. All you have to do is just not eat breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
No, it's really not that hard.
It isn't. What's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
Hello, everyone. It's cold, dark, rainy. It's been disgusting.
It's like 48 degrees today and raining.
Awful. Thank God. Like tomorrow's supposed to warm up a little bit, I guess, or like be a little bit less, whatever.
Yeah.
But damn, it's been bad the last 4 days.
Not ideal.
Not ideal at all, man. That is an understatement.
Not ideal.
Yeah, we've had a lot going on, though. I mean, baseball's thankfully ending the regular season soon. Or like in the next 2 days. We got playoffs coming up. Our teams are not in it, so who cares?
Who cares?
I mean, Aaron Judge hit the home run. You know what that's good about? No more cutting into college football. That's great. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's been an argument like all week on like the internet. I agree with everyone that's been saying it's stupid and it's bullshit. Like, do you understand that college football people that are watching college football do not give a flying fuck about Aaron Judge's home runs? They don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. Nobody cares. Also, it's not the record. Like, you can say all you want. Oh, they were tainted. It's not the record.
Correct.
It's not the record. Stop calling it the record.
Question. So
oh my God,
yeah,
shut up.
I get that, but like the pitcher's reducing too. So I feel like
shut up.
I feel like everyone had a chance.
Like, wow, Aaron Judge hit the 7th most home runs in MLB. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like cutting into my games because what are we gonna do? Thank God we don't have to do that anymore. I'm just happy we don't have to do that shit anymore. What do we want to talk about first? I guess I don't know.
Okay.
The story, I guess, involves my Dolphins. I don't know. I mean,
that was the hottest story on Thursday night, Friday.
On Tuesday, the Dolphins had a Thursday night game, which I said we were going to lose. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I said we were going to lose, right?
Yeah.
It was a schedule loss. Like coming off a brutal game against the Bills. Oh, by the way, here's your reward. You get to play on the road 4 days later against the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't going to win that game. Then we lose like Xavier Howard to an injury. It wasn't going to happen. But obviously the big story was Tua, got thrown down. By the way, should have been a penalty on the guy. The guy like viciously threw him down.
Defensive player, yeah.
And Amazon decided to show us 75 times Tua's like hands locked up.
Yeah, he went into a concussion glitch.
It's called like the fencing method or something.
Yeah, it's a fencing pose. Yeah, fence pose.
Fencing pose. Yeah, I mean. Look, it was scary, and then come to find out that the independent neurologist fucked up,
obviously,
last Sunday and was fired. But then you see all the Twitter my favorite though, and I think you probably don't agree with me, are the Twitter doctors who are like, oh, the Dolphins are the worst organization in football. Tua should retire. Tua's career's over. Like, how dare you bring him back? The Dolphins were just following what the doctor said. I don't think Mike McDaniel is that heartless to be like, oh, you have a concussion? I'm putting you out there. Do you think he is?
I don't think he is. I have a question though.
Oh, great. Here we go. Go ahead. Be on the side of all the Twitter doctors.
I'm gonna go on the side of, let's say, devil's advocate, but like
Twitter doctors.
Twitter doctor, sure. I'll play the role of Twitter doctor. You'll play the role of Adam.
I don't care. Whatever.
All right.
Go ahead.
So independent neurologist. After 4 days after a previous concussion.
We don't know if he had a concussion on Sunday. I mean, we don't. They said he didn't. Even the Dolphins doctor said he didn't.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's just pretend.
Fine, whatever.
Theoretically, common sense would tell you to maybe question, be like, hey, like this might seem like an aggressive timeline. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you're right. So he probably should not have played Thursday. Okay, I understand that. But like, he passed all the tests.
Right.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And now, as a result, the NFL is changing what those tests are, right?
It looks like they're doing some changes. Yes.
Okay.
It's probably for the better.
That's good.
And he was out on Sunday. I'm expecting him to miss probably another 2 games after that.
I would say 4 games will be.
I don't think he's going to miss 4 games total. I think he'll miss 3.
When's your bye week?
He might only miss 2. He may only miss 2.
When's the Dolphins bye week?
Like 11, I think week 11 maybe. Yeah, it's a while.
Unlucky.
You're going to need 2. Like, you're going to like. Okay, you play the Jets this week. Should win, even with Teddy Bridgewater. I know the Jets are a little feistier, but I think they should still win. Then they play Minnesota. Could be a little bit dicey. But again, I think Bridgewater's a competent backup. But anyway, like that's the story on Tua. I don't really want to get too much. Jesus Christ.
John Barr's having drama.
The Tua stuff, but yeah, I mean that's what happened.
Well, so supposedly there was Talia was having I say anxiety, but he was having questions about playing himself on Saturday.
He was fine. He's fine now. Like, he's not,
and that was,
but he's doing much, much, much better. Like he has no broken bones. He seems to be fine. He went on the plane home. I know that everyone's like, "How can you let him fly home?" Blah blah blah. Yeah, now you're blaming the University of Cincinnati medical people. Now there's
a question that if you suffer head trauma, that the pressurized cabin isn't good for your brain.
I understand, but do you think the doctors would let him just go if they didn't think he was able to do it?
I don't know.
No, I know you're part of like the Mina Kimes and all.
No, I prefer to err on the side of caution, and I would argue that
his parents were there. You think they would have just let him go on if there was some sort of problem? No,
I don't know. Look, again, if it were me, I probably would have stayed in the hospital.
Okay, but you're not Tua.
I know I'm not.
Never.
He's a little better than me at quarterback. It's fine.
Just a little bit. So yeah, that happened. Commanders lose again.
Looked real gross.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like Ron Rivera sucks. I've said this for how many years that he's terrible. Like you hired an under 500 coach. What kind of results did you think you were going to get?
Not sure. The offensive line is decimated right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can blame Carson Wentz all you want. The offensive line is trash.
No, they need to figure out some sort of strategies to protect him better.
Like again, Snyder deserves all of this, but like, what did you think you were getting when you hired Ron Rivera?
Yeah,
we both knew Ron Rivera sucked. Even Alicia, who's a Panthers fan, knows Ron Rivera sucks.
Ron Rivera's best years were with prime Cam, like MVP level Cam Newton.
He's an under 500 coach who's living in the Stone Age when it comes to just everything. He's not good. Like, get him the fuck out if you're Washington. Washington needs to get their own version of. I mean, you had like seven.
Had them all.
Seven of their own staff. I know. It's just.
Given the way the offensive line is set up right now, which is terrible, and the number of talented receivers they have, they need to do something creative to get the ball out of Wentz's hands much faster.
The easiest thing is just to blame Carson Wentz, and he is to blame. Like he does take a lot of stupid sacks, and he does do a lot of, but it's not all his fault. Like you said, the offensive line is awful.
No, they also need to design plays that set up faster.
Rivera's a horrendous head coach. Scott Turner is not a great play caller.
No.
Like. They're just a bad organization. I thought their schedule was easy enough that they could win like 9 games, but I was probably wrong on that one.
No.
Probably wrong on that one. So,
no. Speaking of winning games, you want to pick some NFL games, or is there other things you want to talk about?
I mean, we can talk. You want to do fantasy, some fantasy talk, or do you want to do
some fantasy questions earlier? Let's bring up fantasy questions.
All right. So we both do our fantasy leagues, and I had a question brought up to me by a very close friend of mine who has. I'm in the same boat as this person as well. They have Kyle Pitts, and they were asked and they're getting frustrated. This team's 1-3, and they're saying to me like, should I bench Kyle Pitts to play like, I don't even remember, like Mo Alley Cox or something like that? And I'm like, no. Yes, I know Kyle Pitts has sucked, and I'm in the same boat because I have Darren Waller, and Darren Waller's been bad. But unless on your bench, you have Kyle Pitts and let's say Pat Freiermuth. Or you have
TJ Hawkinson,
Dallas Goedert for some reason. If you have Goddard and Pitts, then by all means you can bench Kyle Pitts. Or if you have Waller and TJ Hawkinson, go ahead, bench him for TJ Hawkinson. But if your next best option is like Kyle Pitts and Gerald Everett, I'm not benching Kyle Pitts for Gerald Everett. I'm sorry, I'm not. So this is the thing. When you draft stars in the NFL for fantasy, you have to ride it out. Unless you have a legitimate backup to that person.
I mean, do you though? Here's a question.
You're saying you would bench Kyle Pitts for Mo Alley Cox?
Here's the thing. Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's ask some questions here. Okay.
Question. Great.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
This person drafted Kyle Pitts in the 3rd round?
Round, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In the decision making on who you should start or sit.
Okay.
You should not let the sunk cost of your draft pick dictate who you start or sit. The
Okay, so
reality is Kyle Pitts
is an extremely talented fucking
is
player.
very talented. However, his numbers are not better than
Right, but
any
you're
other
saying,
tight end out there.
I'm saying you're going to be the one that puts Kyle Pitts on the bench to play Mo Alley Cox for the rest of the season. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Maybe this week.
Okay.
Because
I'm more risk averse than you. I personally would just say, like, I would say, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet and I'll take if I can't bench a guy that's that talented. Like, look, I think Arthur Smith sucks as a head coach. I think the guy's a moron. When he came out and was like, I don't care about fantasy football. I care about. Bro, you drafted Kyle Pitts in the top 5. Your job needs to be to get Kyle Pitts, who is your best receiver. He's better than Drake London.
Mm-hmm.
Get him the goddamn football.
The offense does not throw the football with the frequency that they need. The fact is
you're benching Kyle Pitts.
If Kyle Pitts' name was Mike Gesicki, he would cut week 2 just like I cut Mike Gesicki.
Okay. So you would bench Kyle Pitts is what you're saying. Okay, that's your opinion.
I would find some. Look, at this point, he's replacement level, so let's play someone else who's playing better.
You're going to be the guy that sits there and benches Kyle Pitts, and then when he goes off,
okay,
hey, look, he's not. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to bite it. I'm sorry.
I would argue that if I have Tyler Conklin, I'm playing Tyler Conklin this week.
Tyler Conklin. Oh, okay, fine. That's
His
your
numbers are better.
Okay, cool.
And he's more consistent.
I want you to play Tyler Conklin.
So you're gonna sit there and continue to absorb 2 points a week out of Kyle Pitts.
I wish you were in my league. Well, you are
in your league.
No, I wish you do dumb shit like this. I would love for you to have Kyle Pitts and bench him and play Tyler Conklin. No,
I'm facing the same. Look. So
what? You mentioned. So okay, George Kittle's had 2 horrific games his first 2 games. You mentioned George Kittle.
His offense is better.
But you're not benching George Kittle.
I'm just saying I'm saying is if you're considering benching Kyle Pitts and that's what you want to do, don't worry about what his name is or where he was drafted. That's where people make mistakes.
Unless you have a very, very good top 10 option that you drafted.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm not benching Kyle Pitts. Sorry, that's where we'll just.
You can find a donkey on the bench. Look, Dave Njoku's got better numbers right now.
Shut up. I'm not trying to play David Njoku over Kyle Pitts.
The last 2 weeks he's done better than him.
I don't care. I'm not playing David Njoku over. Then by your logic, we should be benching George Kittle then.
You might. If that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do.
You know what? Why don't you bid $45 on Mo Alley Cox?
I can't. He's been taken already.
Of course he has been. Fine.
I know for a fact there's no tight ends out there.
Play Mo Alley Cox. That's the thing. If you listen to Jack, you should play Mo Alley Cox.
Okay. The reality is
you're not benching Kyle Pitts unless
you're probably not going to draft him because there aren't enough bodies who play tight end available anyway. So play him. Your team sucks. It doesn't matter.
No, I mean, again, unless you're Mark Andrews or Kelsey, like
I mean, we had a similar conversation this morning about me having Matt Stafford and I hate him so much, and there's nothing else when I go out and get Teddy Bridgewater.
No, you have. I mean, yeah, you
have to throw him out there.
You can throw Stafford out there and hope he figures his shit out.
Yeah. But
anyway, that's a long-winded answer to that question. Is I'm still playing Kyle Pitts. Jack is basically cutting bait with Kyle Pitts.
I'm not cutting bait. I'm just going to put him on the bench and be like, I can't trust this guy and see what happens.
He basically wants you to he wants you to play David Njoku for the rest of your life instead of Kyle Pitts.
Look, Kyle Pitts has more upside, but
he was a trash player. Give me a goddamn break. Shut up. David Njoku sucks.
Okay, well, Kyle Pitts is getting 2 points a game. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm expecting him to get.
His quarterback doesn't throw.
He put up a great year last year with a noodle arm Matt at this point. You have to think that Arthur. Look, I don't think Arthur Smith is smart, but like you got to think he's a little. He's got to realize that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm still playing Kyle Pitts. Basically,
Kyle Pitts.
Darren Waller. I can't bench. I'm not benching Darren Waller either in one league I have him. So I'm not benching him.
Fine, don't bench him.
Fine, I won't.
Don't bench him. Enjoy Darren Waller. Darren Waller had 3.9 points this week.
I'm aware. Great. So then, in your logic, we should only play
guys who score points. Yes.
No, you're right. We should play Granson from Indianapolis because he's better than George Kittle because he's put up more points than George Kittle over 2 weeks.
That's
so we
how fantasy works.
You're a dum-dum. All right, let's get to some games.
Kyle Pitts is the same as Evan Ingram according to his score.
You're a dum-dum. Talking to you is just making me stupider. Can we just get to some?
I'm actually providing you textbook decision making that you need to think about. Just don't overvalue your sunk cost in an asset to make future decisions.
Can we please get in some picks? Because you're so dumb.
I'm also so right.
You're so stupid.
Okay. Okay, pick some NFL Week 5 games.
I'm visibly ill right now.
Why are you ill?
I want to eat in front of you right now.
I'm already so hungry.
Sure you are. I have no food in my house either because I got to go grocery shopping tomorrow, so I can't really even eat in front of you because I have no food.
Where did it all go?
I ate it. I also go grocery shop every 2 weeks, not one like you do.
Oh, well, you order stuff online, so I don't ever go grocery shopping.
I don't order every week. I go every 2 weeks.
My pick sheet isn't loading. Hold on.
Oh my!
I'm opening up a different app because it's not telling me the lines. Something screwed up.
Other stuff to talk about.
Here we go. All right, here we go. We got the games up on my phone. Thursday night, Amazon coverage. Colts are at Broncos. Broncos are 3-point favorites. This game is gross.
Video won't lag on Thursday either.
I don't want to watch this game.
I mean, I do because I got fantasy implications. I got Michael Pittman and Cortland Sutton playing.
Thursday sucks.
I don't love the game myself. Where's the game? It's in Indy?
It's in Indy. No, it's in Denver.
I'm going to take Denver because I think Jonathan Taylor is not healthy.
Yeah.
I don't think he may not play. That's a short week. I will take Denver to win. I don't think Indy's that good. I don't think Denver's good either. But Indy's got some injuries. They're missing. I think Jack Leonard got hurt and is not going to play. Like I said, Jonathan Taylor won't be at 100%, I don't think. I'll take Denver. And Russell Wilson's bad. Matt Ryan is...
This is a matchup of the over-the-hill quarterbacks. This is great. Matt Ryan versus Russell Wilson. I'll take a smashed-up Russell Wilson who doesn't care about anything anymore over Matt Ryan.
We're both taking Denver.
So Bronco. I think Denver will end up winning by like 6.
Yeah,
it seems aggressive. It's going to be a low-scoring game. These teams are terrible.
Because I'm a degenerate, so go ahead.
Yeah, gross. All right, I see the Saccharin Giants are at the Green Bay Packers. Packers are 8.5-point favorites.
Yeah, because who the hell knows who the quarterback is? Because Daniel Jones is hurt and Tyrod Taylor is hurt.
Yeah,
I don't think. I mean, the Packers didn't look good against a third-string quarterback in New England.
Nope.
Like I'm not impressed at all by the Packers. I think they're I don't know. There's something about them that just doesn't impress me. But the Giants, Daniel Jones won't be at 100%. Like, are you impressed by the Giants?
So I called them Saccharin.
I mean, I think it's going to be an ugly game. Like, I would take the under, whatever it is, because most of those
41.
Ugh. Ew. Even I don't know if I'd take a 41 under. I might have to take it over on that one. I'll take the Packers to win, like something like 24-17. So they'll win, but not cover.
I'm in agreement with that.
That's a high number. Even with 8.5 is a high number. I mean, if it's going to be the third string quarterback, then I think they will cover. But I think Daniel Jones will end up somehow playing.
Yeah,
but he just won't be remotely 100%. So like 24-17.
All right. Kenny Pickett makes his first career start at the Buffalo Bills. Bills are 14-point favorites.
I mean, that's a lot of points, and like the Bills don't look great. They have wide receiver injuries. I mean, I know Kenny Pickett's a rookie. Like, I think they're going to keep it within the number. The Bills win this game. And
they're going to grind the football. I think the Bills will win by 8
it's going to be like
or 9.
Pickett throws the ball 15 times, and Najee Harris tries to run it like 25.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the Steelers are in trouble. Like, they're headed to a top 10 pick. I think they're just not very good. Yeah. I got Steelers. One of my good friends is a diehard Steelers fan. He even said it. Like, they're just bad. He doesn't know if they're going to win 6 games this year. So,
well,
it's a bad team. But I think they keep within the number. I think it's a low scoring, keep within the number game.
Look, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been so good for so long. They're due being bad.
One more year, I guess, and then
this will be their first sub 500 year in like the last 15 or something.
Under Tomlin would be. He's never finished under 500.
Yeah, amazing. All right, well, good for them. All right, the Chargers are at the Browns. The Chargers are 3-point favorites.
I'm shocked they're 3-point favorites on the road, to be honest. I'm very shocked at that one. I mean, the Browns...
they're scrappy.
Lost. Well, they played like the easiest stretch of their year, and they lost
scrappy and stupid.
Falcons, and they lost to the Jets.
Yeah.
Not a great look for the Browns. I guess I'll take the Chargers because I don't know the health of Miles at this point. I don't know the health of Myles Garrett or Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, I think Garrett is probably out.
If they're both not playing, I guess I'll take the Chargers.
Yeah,
but I'm not confident in that
because game ended in a tie.
Yeah, it's not going to end in a tie, but I'll take the Chargers. I don't love it.
All right, the disgusting Chicago Bears are at the nearly disgusting Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are 7-point favorites.
Vikings win this game. I mean, the Vikings are not bad. The Vikings are just an annoying. Like they're fine.
Annoying. I don't like watching them.
The Vikings win this game. Like the Bears suck. That offense is so pathetic. I'm taking the Vikings.
Gross.
Vikings win this.
All right. The Detroit Lions are at the New England Patriots. Patriots are 3-point favorites.
How much?
3.
I mean, I know everyone loves the Lions because they score a lot, and I would be shocked if they got Amon-Ra St. Brown back this week, but like they can't play defense, and the Patriots, I could see them just running the shit out of the ball and just what was the game you were talking about? Just like running the ball. Like that's what the Patriots are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like Zappe's going to be the quarterback. Do you really want him throwing the ball 25 times? 30 times? You do?
No, but I mean, if you look at Detroit's defense, that might actually make sense.
Don't you see the Patriots just running the ball the whole game?
Yeah, why not? They've done that before. I remember like last year or 2 years ago, they had a game where they ran like 50 times.
I'm saying this is one of those games where they're just going to they're going to have there's going to be less possessions.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You want to go over because you're playing Detroit, but I truly think Belichick is one of these guys who now with Zappe as the quarterback is going to want to win games like 17-14 or 17-13.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think that's what happened.
He'll do it.
I think he's going to be able to get enough pressure on Jared Goff to make him look like, Jared Goff.
One can hope. I'm tired of Jared Goff having big, gaudy numbers.
Going crazy on Jared Goff because he went off against the Seahawks, dude. Like, give me a
Seahawks suck. Speaking of Seahawks, they're the New Orleans Saints. Saints are 5.5-point favorites. I think Jameis plays.
I guess I'll take the Saints, but like, be nice if we knew if Michael Thomas, Jameis, or Alvin Kamara was playing. But again, at this point when we're recording, we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think the Seahawks are good. Like, I saw an article, is Geno Smith an MVP candidate? I'm done, bro.
His team is 2-2. If they end up 500, God bless them, right?
Like, who they beat? They beat the Falcons and who?
I don't know.
No, not the Bears. They beat somebody other dog shit team. Oh, they beat the fucking Broncos because the Broncos fumbled the ball twice on like the 1 yard.
Yeah, they did.
The Seahawks stink at football. Stop. Saints win this game. I mean, the Saints haven't looked good this year. They're not good.
Yeah.
They'll win this game, but they'll win this game.
Okay.
Stop
it. Teddy Bridgewater and the Dolphins are facing the Zach Wilson-led New York Jets. Dolphins are 3-point favorites.
I think the Dolphins will win this game, though I am a little concerned that like our corners are not healthy.
Yeah.
The Jets have some competent wide receivers, but like I think we're going to get enough pressure on Zach Wilson to make it. I mean, we've gone through kind of a murderer's row of quarterbacks in a way.
Yeah, now's the day off.
Think about it. First week, Mac Jones, I'm not counting that. But like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow. That's a pretty murderer's row of quarterbacks. And now we get Zach Wilson. I think it's a reprieve. We've done pretty well against the Jets. I think Teddy Bridgewater will be fine with with throwing the ball to Tyreek and Jalen.
Just chuck it up and Tyreek will be down there somewhere.
And also, like the Jets are on like their 5th left tackle.
Yeah.
So I think like the Dolphins will blitz enough to get some pressure on Zach Wilson to make him make dumbass mistakes. And the Dolphins win this game. It'll probably be ugly, but they'll win.
Nice. Okay. We were bagging on the Falcons earlier. They're at Tampa Bay, who looked like dog shit. Tampa's 8.5-point favorites.
And even though they look like dog shit, Atlanta just lost Cordero Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons are not good. Like okay, let me rephrase it. They have some good corners, and their running game's been competent. But like the Tampa's bad right now, but they got their guys back. Like they went up against
this could be the Tom Brady exerting some authority game.
He's getting divorced, so that's not great.
Oh.
But I mean, you're not taking the Falcons in this one, are you?
No chance.
Stop it.
I'm taking the Chris Godwin 3 touchdowns. Let's do it.
You're just an idiot now. Okay, now you're just being stupid. But
all right, in a game you're only watching if you're gambling. The Tennessee Titans are at the Washington Commanders. Tennessee is 2.5-point favorites. The over/under line is 42.5.
I'm taking Tennessee. Like I don't think Tennessee's great, but like Derrick Henry could have
sucks.
Henry's gonna just run all over him, right? You would think. I don't like Tennessee, and like they just lost Treylon Burks, but
yeah, no,
really offense. But like I don't know. Washington is a pretty good run defense, but like Derrick Henry will wear him down, right? You would think.
Yeah,
right?
I would run and then set up the play fake and just dominate. I don't know.
Robert Woods should have a couple good catches.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another ugly game, but like, I mean, if I'm a Washington fan, I'm rooting for loss at this point because then Rivera might get fired during the season.
I want losses and better draft picks. It's fine.
At this point, there's no point. Like, there's no hope right now under Ron Rivera. So at this point, you just want. I mean, he sucks.
Hope is not needed. Okay. The hopeless Houston Texans. All right, Jacksonville 7-point favorites, and Jacksonville should win.
Jacksonville's spunky, and I like Jacksonville. They're fun to watch.
I mean, they kind of blew themselves up last week. They way too many mistakes.
A driving rainstorm.
No, it was disgusting out. I get it.
Yeah, Houston is a joke. They're just fighting. They need that number one pick so they can get C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young or Will. So whoever the top quarterback is, like Davis Mills means well, but come on,
nice guy. He's Davis Mills.
But they have 2 first-round picks because they have Cleveland's pick as well. Like, I just build that offense up and just they try, but they're just not. They don't have the talent.
C.J. Stroud and then Jalen Duncan. You're looking good.
Jacksonville's spunky. Like, this is a team that's going to be fighting. I'm telling you, they're going to be fighting all year. They're not a bad team.
Yeah,
not a bad team.
Once they got rid of Urban Meyer, they really turned it around.
Yeah, I mean, once you get a real coach in there, look what happens.
Yeah. All right, the 49ers are at the Carolina Panthers. 49ers are 6.5-point favorites.
I mean, Matt Rule's a fucking joke. Baker Mayfield is just god awful. Yeah, no, I'm taking the Niners. The Niners are they're good. They're
a good team. They're better with Jimmy G.
I don't know.
They are better. They are Super Bowl contenders with Jimmy Garoppolo.
They play good defense. They have like a transformer in Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Wilson's cromulent at running back. They do just enough to win, and Carolina is so bad. So I'll take the Niners, even on a short week.
Yeah,
while going on the road, I still think they win this game. That's how bad.
Wow. All right, Cooper Rush is leading the Dallas Cowboys into the hapless Rams. Rams are 4.5-point favorites, though.
I mean, because the Rams are still not a bad team. Like they're going to get their
they could not protect.
Here's what you have to understand. Okay. There are certain trends that happen in the NFL. When Indianapolis travels to Jacksonville, always bet on Jacksonville. When the Rams play the Niners, always bet on the Niners because McVay just cannot beat Shanahan. It's not surprising they got their ass kicked last night. Okay? The Cowboys are good. They're good. But the Rams defense, I don't see how they're going to block Aaron Donald. I think Jalen Ramsey's going to do a very good job on CeeDee Lamb. You would hope. I mean, the guys. How
are the Rams going to block Parsons? How are they going to just?
That's a great point. The Rams' offensive line is banged up. It's the game's in LA though, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking LA. I'm sorry. You can suck the Cowboys' dick. I'm not. Sorry.
I'm thinking of dumping Matt Stafford and getting Cooper Rush for my fantasy team.
Oh, then you go do that. You dumb.
All right. It's one of my favorite games of the week here. The Philadelphia Eagles or the Arizona Cardinals. Eagles are 5-point favorites. The over-underline's 49, which is one of the highest scoring games of the week.
Never be one of your favorite games of the week because the Cardinals fucking stink at football. You're out of your mind. The Eagles are going to absolutely mollywop this team. They're going to beat the shit out of them.
Why are the Cardinals so bad now? What's going on with them?
I mean, DeAndre Hopkins isn't playing. They don't have a great offensive line. Their defense is shit, especially in the secondary. It's not good. No. And they lost Hassan Reddick, their best defensive player last year. I think he was on. Was he on there? Was he on? I think he was on the Cardinals, or maybe he was on the Panthers. I don't know. He's now in Philadelphia, killing it. They're just bad. And also, Kingsbury's just not a great coach either.
That's the spirit. That's what I want to get to.
Getting a mediocre Big 12 coach at the NFL job was a weird decision.
Well, it's a lot of NFL teams like that. All right. Yeah. My favorite game of the week now. Now we've made it to it. Cincinnati is at Baltimore. That's the Sunday night game. Baltimore's 3-point favorites.
Baltimore's a 3-point favorite, you said?
Yeah. It's going to be a great game.
I mean, even though Harbaugh fucked up, I mean, I don't care. I know everyone wants to suck. I know Baltimore's, but I can't do a Baltimore accent, but John Harbaugh. I mean, that was a dumbass play. I don't care. We're scared because we need to score a touchdown because of Josh Allen. Kick the field goal when you have the best field goal kicker possibly in the history of football.
Yeah, take the points.
And then hope your defense can hold them to a field goal and then go to overtime and then take your chances in overtime. You don't go for in a tie game with 4 minutes to go, you go for what are you doing? The analytics told me to do that. No, they did, you dumb shit. They did get their ass kicked by Cincinnati last year, I think twice. I think once they were completely banged up. I mean, are you super impressed with Cincinnati? I don't know. Like, they beat Miami, but like Miami had lost Tua. Like, did they look that good against Miami? They were down.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it 15-14 at one point or
yeah?
14?
No, it's a tough game. I'm not sure.
Miami was in the game, driving for the go-ahead touchdown with 3 minutes to go
with Teddy Bridgewater
or something.
Yeah,
I think Baltimore wins this game. I'm not super impressed. Cincinnati can't run the ball very well. Like Joe Mixon, he gets a lot of touches. He's averaging 3 yards a carry.
Yeah. No, I think Baltimore's got it home. They're hungry and they need to win.
Well, I think Marlon Humphrey can do a good job on Jamar Chase. Like, I think they can. I think they'll win this game. I do.
That's the spirit. Okay,
yeah, I know it.
All right. The Raiders are at the Chiefs Monday night game. Chiefs are 7-point favorites.
No, I'm not a Raider. I don't think the Raiders are a good team.
No,
I don't. I mean, that was an easy spot to hammer them. Like, if I was in a gambling state, I would have hammered the Raiders to beat the Broncos at home. The Chiefs, though, are getting their shit together. And I'll take the Chiefs. I
agree. I don't think that's a hard pick.
No.
Don't you think too hard about it?
No.
Okay. Those are picks. Those were games. We did that. Did we? I think we got them all.
We did.
We did.
Quickly, college football. Florida State has fallen from the ranks of the unbeaten. We were beaten by Wake Forest this past weekend. The officiating was not great, to put it kindly. 11 penalties to 4. Wake Forest was not called for 1 holding penalty, even though they do that stupid slow mesh thing, which I don't know how you're not holding on the slow mesh. But Florida State beat themselves. Like, simple as that. They were 4 of 11 on third downs. They couldn't stop Wake Forest on third downs. Tip your cap to them. Like, it's a sucky loss. I don't know why we were 6.5-point favorites going into that game. I mean, I'm not like, I knew we weren't going to go undefeated, but I thought we could beat Wake Forest and then have to slip up. But it is what it is. Our kicker could be the worst in college football history. I'm tired of our coach. I'm tired of our coach saying, "Oh, we're going to evaluate it," and Ryan makes all the kicks in practice. I don't give a flying fuck. They slow down his mechanics. It's some of the worst mechanics I've ever seen. He's got a mental block. Put the walk on in, or go for every conceivable fourth down. That's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, if you're missing 29-yard field goals as a college football kicker,
what's the point?
Then what's the point of putting him out there?
Yeah.
You were down 28-7. You got a touchdown. You went for 2. That's how much faith you had in your kicker. Yep. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear like, "Oh, he's just a college kicker. Stop yelling about him in the comments." He's on scholarship. He has one job.
Yeah.
To kick the ball through the uprights.
Yeah.
You can't do that properly. Guess what? Get the flying fuck off my team. And I'm not saying you don't revoke obviously you're not revoking a scholarship. What you do is you pull a Maryland and you go to the lower levels. You find some kid who has been awesome, wants a shot at the big time, wants to go to Florida State for their last year, and then you tell our kicker in no uncertain terms, it's been real, it's been fun. Should probably transfer at this point. Sorry.
Fair.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I think sports are a performance-based activity, and if you're not doing the job, I mean, if you're a quarterback who just throws picks, you can't be out there throwing the ball.
Like, we just don't have another kicker. Like, we have a walk-on. I don't know why they haven't tried him, but anyway, it was a frustrating game. Like, we did some good things, but I mean, Wake Forest, they're like, their average age of their players is like, they're almost as old as some NFL teams.
No, they're like 30. Yeah.
No, I mean, this is what they do. This is what Wake Forest does. Like, they'll suck for a few years, develop these kids, have them stay till they're like 6th, 7th years.
Yep.
And then they end up being good for a few more, when they lose. It's just
everyone's super redshirt seniors, and they do well.
Now, I don't know if that's going to happen anymore because of the COVID thing isn't going to happen anymore, but I don't know. But it was a frustrating loss, but that's all. I know.
Okay.
So it was a frustrating game.
I know you're frustrated. You text me. I was. Can I talk about the Maryland game for 30 seconds? Maryland, Michigan State. I just want to say I'm excited to live in a universe where Maryland, in workmanlike fashion, takes apart Michigan State, and it wasn't a stressful game. Even as you complain with officiating, they wiped out a pick six that Maryland had because of a bogus. Unfortunately, still won by 2 touchdowns, but it could have been more. And then we got stopped at the 1 inch line again at the end. So they essentially won by 4 touchdowns. I
do have a question though.
Yes.
Two schools. Do you think Michigan State and Texas A&M regret their decisions?
Oh, it's financially.
Well, I mean, look, nothing against Mel. Again,
I think they'll turn around.
What I don't understand, if you're Michigan, like Texas A&M, I get it because like they have more money. They have more money coming out of like their pockets than they find like $10 million literally under their their bed.
Yeah,
I understand you paying for Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher had won a national championship at Florida State. I get it.
Yeah.
Now, was that mainly because of Jameis Winston? I don't know, but whatever. Mel Tucker had one very good year last year. At Michigan State, they do not have the money of a Texas A&M. Where did they come up with, was it $95 million or $75 million? I'm just talking, Jack, Mel Tucker?
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Just so you know, the endowment for Michigan State is $3.9 billion.
I guess if they've got the money, I get. But Mel Tucker, dude, is Mel Tucker a top 10 coach? Do you think Mel Tucker's a top 10 coach? Answer the question. Do you think Mel Tucker is a top 10 coach?
Not right now, no. But it's hard to say. Again, it's difficult in college with the.
Here comes Jack sucking Mel Tucker's dick now. Go ahead,
no,
Jack.
I'm just giving you the counter is that he is okay. So when he won last year, that was with the previous regime's players.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
So there's attrition, and then he's going to bring in his own guys, and let's judge him in 2 years.
I get that. Apparently, he's doing really well in recruiting. I get that.
Let's judge him in 2 years.
Here's the problem I have if I'm a Michigan State fan.
Well, you're in the most competitive division in the country.
Yep. And yes, you've dominated Michigan but like you're gonna have to play Michigan. You're gonna play Ohio State. You're gonna have to play Penn State. Improving Maryland, I don't know the rest, and I don't know who they're gonna play on the Big Ten West. Those teams will get better. I'm just saying it's a little bit weird to give a guy who's never won a Big Ten championship, much less a national championship. You gave him $95 million.
You're saying they fell in love with the first girl who slept with them?
That's what it seems like to me.
Sounds about right.
And last thing, can we say college football? Paul Chryst getting fired. I don't like that move by Wisconsin.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No. If you look at Paul Chryst's record, 67-26 or some shit.
Yeah.
You realize? Do you know the last school that kind of did this, where a coach won 9 games and that was their watermark, and then you fired him? That was Nebraska with Frank Solich. How's that worked out for you?
I mean, Maryland did the same thing with Fridge.
I'm just saying, it's. I get it. Jim Leonard's your boy and all that stuff, but
he's never really coached anywhere.
And again, I know that Wisconsin plays a very boring offense, and they have to get in the 21st century where you actually throw the ball.
Well,
and you can't just running the ball.
With the Big Ten West, you have to figure that if you can be competent, so the goal should never to be just to win the Big Ten West. You need to be able to compete with Ohio State, and that's a challenge.
Here's the problem: if you're Wisconsin, you're not going to get the top flight guys. You're in Wisconsin.
And here's another thing that we need to keep in mind too: is Big Ten realignment is coming.
I know, but you're not agreeing with this move, are you?
No, I wouldn't have done it. The fact is,
do you know what the best job in sports is?
What's that?
Fired college football coach.
You make $5 million and not show up to work.
I think I read. Did you read this?
He negotiated his buyout down. By the way.
Okay. Nonetheless, he still got $11 million.
Yeah.
Jack.
No, he got $11 million not to show up to work.
Scott Frost got what? 17?
Yeah.
Or was that Ed Orgeron? Think about the life they have. They get paid millions of dollars already. Then they get fired, and they get all the money.
Yeah, Scott Frost got $15 million to not show up to work.
$15 million.
Highway robbery.
To literally just go and live wherever he is and just chill.
Just hang out.
Just enjoy
himself. And you get rewarded. It's an activity where you get rewarded. In some cases, yeah.
If you can find your way to getting a big time college job, try to. And if you suck, you're gonna get all that money.
Well, you can only pull it off once.
Sure.
Or twice in some cases. Look, Randy Edsall's made a career of that,
just saying, if you're Paul Chryst, it's like, you're going to give me $11 million.
To me, it's bad mojo for Wisconsin. You take an alum who's won.
No, but I think their problem is they never wanted to go with the times.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You're based on running the ball. Wisconsin always has good running backs and great offensive line. But you got to get in the times. You're not going to win. Like, I don't know if you can't win games like that anymore. I don't think. I really don't think that. But the problem is, how do you recruit to Wisconsin? It's very tough. Yes, I know they get some guys from Florida. Like, they do. They get some guys that fall through the cracks in Florida. But how are they going to get the top level guys? I don't know. It's a tough job. I think Jim Leonard's in for a tough job, but he is on the weaker side of the Big Ten. So
yeah, it gives you a shot. But again, that's going to change. It's going to be realignments coming in a couple of years, and it's not going to matter as much.
It'll be interesting.
All right. Well, that's good. I think that's it. What's up?
Let's see. Did we talk about I hung out with Max this past week?
No, you hung out with Max this past week.
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Went to the park.
Nice.
2 parks. And also, the kid loves cleaning. Is that normal?
That's
for
fun.
babies?
Yeah, no, our kids they enjoy the broom and a vacuum and mops and stuff.
Apparently, my parents bought him he has obviously a broom at my parent my sister's house, but they bought him a broom that's his size.
Yeah, we have one of those. Yeah.
And my sister sent me a picture of him playing with the dustbuster.
Nice. Yeah, they like that stuff. It's fun for them.
Really happy with it too. He's just very big into cleaning. I don't know.
Good. Yeah.
But we had a very good time. We had fun at the park. It was one of the days, before it got cold. It was great. It was sunny, and we just went to the park and hung out. And he was fun. It was nice. Fun. It was always fun hanging out with Max. So
there you go.
That's how that was that. So
I'm glad you got to see little Max.
Got to see little Max. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. All
right, let's call it for Adam. This is
also
Jack.
wait.
God. What?
Happy Yom Kippur to those who celebrate.
We don't say Happy Yom Kippur.
Fine. Good Yom Kippur to those who celebrate. Yeah,
maybe have an easy fast and a meaningful observance.
You know what I might just send you pictures of me eating all day.
That's fine. You can, if that makes you happy, you can totally do that.
Well, anything that makes you unhappy will make me happy.
Great. That's definitely in the spirit. Well, for Adam, this is Jack. This has been the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Have a great night.
The Adam Gravitz Sports Show.